Hello, everyone. My name is Brett Roberts, and I'm a software consultant here at BMC Software. Welcome to another session of BMC's YouTube mainframe channel. So the topic for today's session is how to create a dashboard in our Aiming for Security Command Center. Now, if you're familiar with our Command Center, you know that the dashboard view, as shown here, is showing all kinds of information about activities on your ZOS LPARs. For example, in this Z overview dashboard, we can see the LPARs that agents are running on. We can see the count of messages that are coming in. We can see a breakdown of SMF types from that system, all from one convenient dashboard. Now, we provide many out-of-the-box dashboards, as seen right here: Z overview, Z console, ZDFSMS, etc. But what if you want to create your own dashboard for your own purposes? Well, I'm going to show you in the next few minutes how you can do that. The way you begin is you go to the dashboards view, just like here, and just scroll down to the bottom. And down at the very bottom is this Add New button. So I'm going to click Add New, and we're going to begin our little wizard for the dashboard. So the first thing we want to do is put the new dashboard name. So I'm going to call this dashboard Z Demo, because this is a demonstration of a Z dashboard. And to the question, use as a default dashboard, I'm going to say no. I prefer that this be another dashboard and not the default. So once I've filled out those fields, I'm going to click Next. And then we come to the Select Layout file. Now, there's a lot of different layouts for dashboards. You could define some custom layouts if you want, but if you want some help about the different kinds of layouts, just click here on Layout Help, and you can see a list of different kinds of layouts, how they're defined, a description of them, and you can pick the one that you'd like to use for your purpose. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm just going to pick a very simple 3x2 layout for the dashboard. So I select the layout and I'm going to click Next. And then my dashboard has now been created. Get a nice pretty message. My dashboard has now been created. So I'm just going to click the Finish button. Now, the kind of like the penultimate panel that you get when creating a dashboard is this one, because at the top it gives you the dashboard name and the layout you chose. And then because we chose a 3x2 layout, then you have the opportunity on this view to put in some information about each of the panels on that layout. At this time, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to save what we've done. And there is my new Z Demo dashboard with its 6 panels that have been defined. And here's the name of the dashboard right there. So in a sense, we're done. That's the way you create a dashboard. But just for demonstration purposes, let me show you how we can update one of the panels on this new dashboard. Here in panel 1, we just go to this little box, little icon right there and click that. And let's give this panel a name. So this is going to be my Z Demo Panel 1. And as to the question, link to dashboard, skip that for now. That's more an advanced topic we'll deal with some other time. But you do want to select a gadget for the dashboard. Now, what is a gadget, you might ask? Well, a gadget is really a program that defines the activity that is going to occur on this panel. And in today's example, we're going to use what's called a parse thread gadget, because this panel is going to parse information from a thread and then display it on the dashboard. So I click Parse Thread Gadget. What's going to happen next is I get this panel, and this to fill out some very important information about this particular panel on the thread. I'm sorry, on the dashboard. So here's our name, Z Demo Panel 1. Here's our gadget type, Parse Thread Gadget, and some other fields we have to tell it about. For instance, the refresh rate. How often do you want this panel to be automatically refreshed? The default is 60 seconds. I'm going to choose 120 seconds. We need to put in a main gadget title. The default is parsed thread values. We're going to change that to demo users, because on this panel, I want to see a list of the users on my demo system. Now, in the select correlation thread, we have to select a thread. And I know that anytime there's an activity on my demo system, that the Z all messages thread is going to be updated. So I'm going to go select Z all messages right here. And then for match expression, an asterisk is there that says, well, any message that comes into that thread I'm going to look at. And finally, parse specification. So parse specification says, what do you want me to parse out of this message and display on the panel for you when the gadget is viewed? And in this case, I want the user ID to be displayed. So I'm going to type in user ID : asterisk, which says when you find this user ID value in the message, extract the user ID and display it on the panel. Now, to finish up our definition of the panel, we have a max items list. I want to list the list of max of 10, top 10 users, if you will. There's a default span time. How much time do you want this panel to display information for? The default is 1 hour. I'm going to change this to, say, 30 minutes. I want to see the users for the last 30 minutes. And then we could choose a color: blue, green, orange, etc. I like green. Green is good. And the rest of the panels, the rest of the options, I'm not going to worry about. We'll discuss those at some other advanced session. So now that I have defined my panel definition, I'm going to click continue because I'm not quite done. If you remember, this dashboard has 6 panels. So anytime you make a change to one of those panels, you get an opportunity on this view to potentially update other panels like panel 2 or panel 3 or panel 4. I'm not going to do that at this time. I'm just going to save and go on. So now we have on our dashboard in panel 1 a list of users on my demo system. And if I want to click on the activity of one of these users, all I have to do is click that icon, and there's a list of all the activity of that particular user. So there's a very simple example of how to create a dashboard at our Amy for Security Command Center. So thank you very much for your time. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. You'll get notifications about new videos coming up. Thanks again, everybody, and have a great day.